We're talking about knowledge of the future in movies, YouTube channel, Easter Egg Psychic. In this video, I'll take a look at actor Gary Lockwood. He was in the second pilot episode for the original Star Trek science fiction television series entitled Where No Man Has Gone Before. This broadcast in 1966. William Shatner, James Doohan, George Takei, Sally Kellerman, Lloyd Haynes, Andrea Drum, Paul Carr, and Paul Fix, also in this episode. He played astronaut Frank Poole in 2001, A Space Odyssey. In 1968, this science fiction film was directed by Stanley Kubrick, based on a screenplay co-written by Arthur C. Clarke. Keir Dullea, William Sylvester, and Douglas Rain were also in this film. Lockwood was in 2 movies with rock musician Elvis Presley. Wild in the Country in 1961. Hope Lang, Tuesday Weld were in this. And they were both in It Happened at the World's Fair, 1963, with Yvonne Craig and Kurt Russell. So I took a look at Gary Lockwood. One actor I thought he may resemble, this would be Leon Rippy. The other I was not quite sure of. It may be some actor, actress, or group from a television series, movie appearance, etc. I'll give a guess. I think Lockwood may resemble Burt Reynolds as well. Rippy and Reynolds can be linked through the Universal Soldier science fiction action movie series. The original, directed by Roland Emmerich, was out in 1992 with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Ali Walker, Ed Ross, Jerry Orbach, and Leon Rippy. The third movie, Universal Soldier 3: Unfinished Business, was out in 1998, broadcast on the Showtime cable TV network. Burt Reynolds had a part in this. Alright, connections. I think a big link can be seen in Star Trek The Neutral Zone, the season finale of the first season of Star Trek The Next Generation, the sequel TV series. This broadcast in 1988. Leon Rippy appeared in this as a country western singer. Interestingly, Frozen, that is, he was in suspended animation and sent into outer space. This is somewhat similar to what is shown in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Actors Mark Alimo, Anthony James, Gracie Harrison, and Peter Mark Richmond also made guest appearances in this. Some of the regular cast of The Next Generation include Patrick Stewart, Brent Spiner, Jonathan Frakes, Gates McFadden, Marina Sirtis, LeVar Burton, and Michael Dorn. I'll mention one other thing about both Leon Rippy and Gary Lockwood. I think if you take a close look at them, they both resemble actor Harrison Ford. Interestingly, Ford's Han Solo character in Star Wars episodes 5 and 6, The Empire Strikes Back in 1980 and The Return of the Jedi in 1983, was also Frozen. Frozen in Carbonite in Cloud City at the end of Empire. He was an art piece in the palace of Jabba the Hutt at the start of Return of the Jedi. Between Gary Lockwood and Burt Reynolds, there are a couple of connections. The musical film adaptation for West Side Story in 1961. Reportedly, Lockwood was considered for the part of Tony, eventually played by Richard Baymayer. Burt Reynolds also considered seriously for a major part in this. Elvis Presley was also considered to play Tony, but again, reportedly, his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, turned this down. The cast eventually included Natalie Wood, Russ Tamblyn, Rita Moreno, and George Chakiris. Music composed by Leonard Bernstein with lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. Burt Reynolds and Gary Lockwood were both in the Gunsmoke Western TV series. This broadcast between 1955 and 1975. Reynolds was in 50 episodes between 62 and 65. He played Quint. Gary Lockwood was in 2 episodes of Gunsmoke, both in 1966. He played Jim Stark in a 2-parter entitled The Raid. My YouTube channel is Easter Egg Psychic. There I go back, I look at movies and television from the past. I analyze these for possible references to future media. These may appear in the form of anecdotes, idioms, anagrams, hidden in the subtext of the work in question. I also use an unconventional method where I look at the likenesses of the actors. And what I found is you can take the likenesses, match these up to some of the anecdotal items, and show past, present, and future information about actors and other personalities who may resemble the personalities in the movie or television episode that you're watching. My email contact is eastereggguy, that's GUY, @yahoo.com. Thanks for watching.